Today's a really special day for me because I'm actually going to be taking one of my best friends into the Airbus A320 simulator. And it's incredibly humbling that I get to do this because it's such an amazing credit to himself that he had always wanted to be a pilot. He'd seen me from a young age go throughout my training, go through all the hurdles that it took to get to the position that I'm in right now. And obviously, having started helping people like yourselves become airline pilots, it inspired and motivated him to start taking action on the same goal. And why is that important for today? Because I want to talk about how important it is to create a very good inner circle. I'll go to the beginning of our relationship where we met each other on a program called NCS, and it was just something that I wanted to do to bolster my CV up more than anything. However, I didn't realize I was going to meet long-lasting friends. This particular individual has been such a close friend of mine for such a long time, and now he's become a client, which is an amazing credit to him because not only is he in a position where we're the same age, we've gone through the same life hurdles and the same journey, and he knows from my background and from my upbringing how I am. He knows the worst parts about me and the best parts about me. This particular friend, when we met, was really, really aligned with me. Very similar. And even within my religion, we have this idea that there are going to be people that you click with instantly. And this is one of those individuals that I clicked with really, really quickly. And it's because we had such similar values and a similar upbringing. So I always had an inclination we were going to be close from the beginning. And as I expected, we did. We were really close from the beginning till now, after having known each other for about 10 years, knowing the worst parts about each other and the best parts, and yet he still trusts me to help him and nurture him with regards to his career. Now, that's in no way to big myself up. That's just as an indication to you guys that you have to have a good group of friends around you. You have to have company that's going to push you and strive you to be better. It's going to push you and strive you to be better in not only your personal life, but in your academic, your career life. You've got to have those individuals around you that are not going to just let you nurture and fester in doubts and wasted potential, but they will actually help you unlock that potential. They're going to be people that uplift you. And really important thing for me, looking at my upbringing and looking at the things that I've learned over reading, over the course of mentoring hundreds of pilots now as well, is that it's so important that you funnel yourself with affirmations, with beliefs that you can do things. And it sounds very artificial, but it's so important. It's something I utilize on a day-to-day basis. We have to tell ourselves that we can do and accomplish anything. Really and truly, we have to, because we're so susceptible to filling our minds with doubts and negative thoughts that we have to counteract those negative thoughts with positive thoughts in return. We have to tell ourselves that we can do these things. And this particular friend of mine was someone who had gone down the traditional route where us as South Asians, we'd go to university. He picked up an accounting journey and an accounting degree. And of course, that's a great career path to go down. And I had the impression that was all he wanted to do. But underlyingly, he had always wanted to be a pilot. But he'd never thought that it was feasible for him because he had fed himself with those negative thoughts. And when I had found and discovered that it was something he wanted to do, I said to him, you can absolutely do it. Why? Because I knew him. I knew him at a personal level, and I knew how he was, and his values were aligned with mine. And I can guarantee you, if you're watching this video and you align with me and you think that I'm someone that is very similar to yourselves, more than likely, you are also capable of becoming an airline pilot, and you're capable of exceeding those limiting beliefs that you put upon yourself. Because this particular individual did exactly that. When I started funneling him with the idea that it is possible, and as well as that, he was in an environment where we would go on the PlayStation, and the friends that I had were pilots. They were pilots in different airlines within the UK, and he would jump on with us and he'd talk to them, he'd talk to me. We'd all get on really well, and even with them he was obviously very, very similar. And so there's an archetype of individual, and if you're again resonating with how I speak and how I look at life, then you're probably in that school of thought too, that it is 100% possible. You have the capability, and it's about unlocking that potential for yourself. And this friend of mine has done exactly that. He's just pulled up now. But I really want to just credit him for actually putting in the work and actually deciding I'm not going to just sit around. I'm going to actually start taking action towards it. Now, why is this relevant for today? Because I'm taking him into the Airbus A320 simulator in Brighton today. I'm also running a couple of other sessions as well, and I managed to squeeze him into the calendar so that I can show him around the Airbus, show him around the A320, because he's actually on his journey of becoming an airline pilot now. He's decided to take action and he started that journey. Now, my ambition today is to just add fuel to his fire of becoming an airline pilot, and I just wanted to share the whole day with you because it's so important that you keep good friends around you. If I wasn't friends with this particular individual, then there's a high likelihood, and he'll say this himself, that he wouldn't be on this pathway of becoming an airline pilot. A high likelihood. And not only that, there's another individual who I don't want to mention, but is very, very close within my group, close circle, who's also doing the same thing. So 2 individuals have decided to take a shift and become airline pilots. And I think that shows within itself, and that's no way to big myself up, but if you can keep good company around you, that can change your whole life. It can change your life and your children's life and your children's children's life, because if he does become an airline pilot, that's exactly what it's going to do. And I know that we're going to make sure he works incredibly hard to get there. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say hello to him now, and we're going to head down to Brighton, where I'll show him around the Airbus A320 simulator. We're on our way. I was just having a very warm heart-to-heart with Airbus. We were talking about how important it is, first of all, to get exposure in the sim, but equally as well, when it comes to your journeys of becoming an airline pilot, he said that he's watched some of the videos and he's benefited from the motivation that he gets in seeing how I do stuff, how I think about things, and I think that's quite interesting. So I'll try my best to provide more motivation. Today, Airbus is going to get the epitome of motivation by going into the sim and getting exposure. So I'd encourage, if you're thinking about becoming a pilot, you're not sure whether it's worth it for you. I mean, Airbus, I'll get his verdict afterwards, but I'm sure that if you go to the sim, you get exposure, you'll also have an opportunity to talk to an airline pilot. I'm sure that it's going to reframe your perspective of it and actually boost and fortify your motivation to the industry. And hopefully I'll get Abbas's verdict at the end, but he'll feel the same way.
Yeah, so motivation wise, I've always been looking at videos, and I ran into one of his videos, and then it got me asking questions, wanting to know more. And now we're at flight sim, so this is why feedback's good. And I was talking to him about what got me excited about it, what I'm looking for, and what's better than going to a flight sim and seeing it myself firsthand. Yeah. So this is a really exciting moment.
Just let them know, like, what do you do at the moment?
So I am in finance. I've been working there for about 4 years. Graduated in accounting and finance, so it's a completely different career swap. But I was looking for something different. Something was missing, and piloting's always been in my mind. And this is a really exciting.
This is like an HR interview.
It's an interview right now. But no, I think this is a massive career change for me, and I'm really excited about the journey. But yeah, he's gonna get me there. This man's gonna get me there.
You'll get there from your own hard work, Abbas, as well. It's a team thing. It's one of the core pilot competencies.
It's true.
It's teamwork, right?
Teamwork.
That's what
teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. And Abbas has been a close friend of mine for a long time as well. And it's really nice, to see that not only is it the impact that you can have on those around you and the way that you can develop as a team, but as well, we're from a town called High Wycombe. How many people in your local area, Abbas, have you seen that can go off to a completely different tangent because of the people that they hang around?
Yeah, big. I think people easily stray to the wrong side. It's not easy staying, kind of committed to the right path. So it's very, very rare to even know a pilot. And I've got one of my closest friends who's a pilot himself. It's kind of got me motivated, asking questions, talking about it. But yeah.
Exactly, bro. And so it's so important that you have good friends around you that are going to push you towards those goals. And as well as that, in the long term, it's about reminding yourself what you're doing all of this for. Your parents have, of course, put so much effort into making sure you've had a good upbringing. Same on my side. And that's so powerful that we can then hopefully return the favor to them, just make them proud, and then show them that, all of this hard work has been put to good use and all of our potential has been tapped into. There's a lot of people that have a lot of wasted potential because they get comfortable with the environment that they're surrounded by, and then they end up in this cycle of comfort, but it's very important to put yourself in a bit of a discomfort, which Airbus is doing at the moment by taking this massive career shift. So I think it's credit to you, Airbus, as well. And hopefully today you'll see what it's all worth and what you're actually getting yourself in for as well, bro.
Yeah,
I'm excited. We're not too far to go now.
No,
so
it's not.
Yeah.
Never be comfortable. Learn to become uncomfortable.
Let's go, Ray.
Yeah.
Love the motivation. Cool.
13 minutes left.
We'll see you in the sim then.
Yeah, same time.
That's and I just pulled up. Just getting out of the car, heading there. We're a little bit late actually, but hopefully that's a chance for Richard to set the sim up, and then we'll get to work and I'll show Airbus around the A320 of us. Alright, perfect. So first things first, Airbus, what I'm going to get you to do, over here we have the side stick.
Yeah.
And this basically moves the aircraft around. In front of us is the primary flight display, which is like our display that tells us where the aircraft's going, essentially. Yep. The brown is the ground, yep, and then the blue is the sky. So all I'm going to get you to do to begin with is I'm going to do the controls and the thrust levers.
Okay.
When I tell you, I'm just going to say rotate, and what that means is you just pitch up like this. So you pull it back ever so slightly. If you can see on my screen, or on your screen as well, because I'll be moving it too. Yeah. As you move it up, you can see that crosshair move up towards that 10 line. Okay. What that 10 line indicates is 10 degrees up. I want you to try and pull it up towards that, basically.
Yeah.
I want when I say the takeoff roll, and if you hold it at that should give us a good rotation off the ground. Cool. All right. So first things first, are you happy with everything? Are you ready?
I'm happy.
Nice one, bro. So what I'll do is I'll just make sure everything's set up correctly and we've got everything where we need it. It looks like it all is. So like I said, don't worry about the rudder pedals or anything similar. I'll focus on that. You just focus on when I say
pitch up.
Pitch ups ever so slightly.
I rotate.
Alright, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect, bro. So we'll go take off then.
Alright. You ready for me to rotate?
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll build up some speed first and then you'll see. You'll hear me say it, and then that will hopefully be.
Move it.
So I'm going to try and maintain the centre line. At the moment, the visuals are slightly off for me, which is why it might not necessarily seem straight, but it's fine. It doesn't matter as long as we stay on the runway for now.
This is really cool.
E1, and now rotate. So start pitching up towards that 10. That's it. Perfect. Nice one, bro. Really good.
10 should keep a bit higher.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah. So if you continue with that at the moment, that's absolutely fine.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to help you out a bit. So now if you start pushing the nose down, so like just forward, with the side stick, push it forward ever so slightly. Yeah. What you'll get is a nice view of London in a second. Really nicely done. Really nice.
Thank you.
Well done. Nice and smooth. Now what I want you to try and do, using the control that you've currently used to take off, try and follow the Thames if you can. We're currently in the Thames over here, and I'm just gonna turn that off. There we go. Really nice. All right, cool. So what you can see at the moment is we're following the Thames. On the display, can you see like a little mini aeroplane kind of sign? Can you see what I'm doing where I've put the lines on that horizontal line?
Yeah.
Cool. So that
the black and yellow lines, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that basically means that your wings are level and you're flying in steady flight. Okay. So the idea is to keep the wings on that line, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
So you have control now, and all I want you to do is try and fly wings level, and try and follow the Thames if you can, but whilst keeping the wings on that line. Really nice. That's it, bro. Nice correction. Perfect. All right, and what I'm going to do, Airbus, is I'm going to show you something which is essentially, it's called the flight directors. So you're doing a really good job, by the way, at the moment. I'm really impressed. See, the yellow box is like perfectly central in those crosshairs. So the idea is to keep it like that. That's accurate flying. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get you to descend ever so slightly back down so that we can get closer to the ground, so and you'll see it. Right? Yeah, but just the way that you'll descend is just by keeping the yellow box in that crosshair. Okay. So on the right hand side, can you see that 18, 17?
Yeah.
That's our altitude, and we're aiming for 15. So now you're gonna have to start pitching up ever so slightly. Yeah, to keep the crosshairs in. Perfect, right? Really nice, really nice. And now I'm gonna turn you towards Heathrow. So you're gonna see the turn, the lateral crosshair, try and get you to turn to the right. So now try and follow that with the yellow box. Really nice, bro. Well done. Just ignore the noises.
How far right am I going?
That's it, just keep it there. And then, as you'll see, the crosshair's now pushing you back towards the left, so you follow it to the left. Now, if you can, just maintain the yellow, with the crosshairs, the yellow box. And because the Airbus is really good, it makes your life a lot easier. So you can let go and it will literally fly itself, pretty much. It's really well trimmed. There you go. And if you look outside, that's Heathrow Airport.
Okay, really cool.
Near our house. All right. Now I'm going to ask you to turn left.
Yep.
Onto a heading of 030. Oh, great job, bro. Really good. Now you can see it's gone above that horizon line.
So pitch a bit.
Nice, bro. And we're just coming into 30 degrees, and you start rolling the wings level again. Nice, bro.
Okay.
Really nice. Now I'm gonna get you to just fly this for a bit, and I'm gonna set up in the box an arrival into Gatwick. How are you finding it?
Yeah, really good.
Nice one, bro.
Like
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great. Yeah, it is. It's literally like playing a game. You're doing a great job, and if you look outside, you can see a lot of the south of the UK. The graphics on this sim are amazing. You wouldn't get this in like a normal sim usually. It's just in this particular sim. It's really clear. All I'm gonna ask of you is to just pitch up very gradually, like
Pitch up, yeah.
so you'll be looking outside at that point. Hopefully I'll tell you when to look outside, but you'll look outside.
Push this forward or pitch
The exact same way that you did when you rotated for takeoff.
Okay.
You'll do a very similar thing not as much, if that makes sense, but you'll do a similar thing for when you land. So it's to essentially finesse it onto the runway. So the runway's here, and you're basically trying to land like that.
Oh, I see.
And so I'll
lift the front up.
Yeah, exactly. You lift the nose up so that the main gear touches down first.
Okay, I see.
And I'll tell you when. I'll do the thrust levers and everything else, and you have control. So just keep that yellow box in the crosshair.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And when I say, I'll tell you, and then you just do a little pitch up. Okay?
Oh, cool.
Nice one, bro. Nice. Keep it coming. And now you can start pitching up. Nice, bro. Really good. Really good. Nicely on the centre line. Really nice.
The rudder pedals, they go in, out, and they tilt up and down.
Yeah, so the brakes, I'm currently on the brakes at the moment. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
And then this is the rudders.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because on the Boeing, they don't have a tiller on my side. So they would only have a tiller on your side in the Boeing.
Yeah, okay.
So if you want, you can try and follow those yellow lines. If that makes
yellow line.
Try and follow the one on the right, because that's going to be like a little chicane in the turn.
It's nice to see the Grants team working.
Yeah, they're getting to work. They're doing some renovations to Gatwick. Yeah, and I'm gonna get you to take a right turn to go under that bridge. You can already see where I'm taking.
Yeah.
Very accurate. Like last time I was there, because they're extending this pier.
Oh, is it?
So it looked exactly like this.
Did it?
X-Plane must be updating everything on a
No way. So you even had the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You even had that in real life.
You do, yeah.
There's the bridge. Yeah, I've never actually taxied into Gatwick under the bridge. Localizer actually first, because the localizer is our lateral, which basically means our left and right, and the glide slope. You guess what that is? Because it's a slope. Yeah, good man. So can you see where our flight director is? Perfect. Because they've just intercepted the localizer, so they've got the left and right of the runway. Abbas. Fill everyone in. How did you find it, mate?
Yeah, no, 100% wicked. For me, it's like I said, it's like a video game. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so we just kept how many times we were doing the same thing.
We were
like,
hammering out practice for the landings and stuff.
Yeah, I was in crash landings.
No, not at all.
It was fun.
Nah, you did an amazing job. coordination's really impressive, and I think that's because, and a credit to like the games that we used to play and everything else.
Yeah.
And Abbas used to be absolutely cracked at Call of Duty and Fortnite and everything else. Used to do trick shots and all sorts. So I think that's where the coordinations come from. We also had another guy there that was called Ruben. He was a young kid. His coordinations was amazing as well. I think so far everybody that was in the sim did an amazing job, and it's quite eye-opening seeing people progress and how quickly you can learn things in such a short space of time. Because Abbas, I mean, how was it trying to adjust to the flight directors, the flight path vector, all of that stuff that I was trying to tell you about?
Yeah, at the beginning it was a lot because you got all this new information, you're overloaded, but with practice you're just doing multiple tasks. But yeah, it got easier over time. But I think when you first started, it was really, I found it quite difficult. I was like, okay, which one am I paying attention to? So many lines, so many numbers, but you get used to it.
Yeah, you get more and more used to it. The more exposure that you get, the better it's going to be. And do you think it's fortified and solidified your motivation?
100%. 100%. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I sat in there, I was like, yeah, this is me in control. I'm the captain.
Have I paid you to say any of this?
No.
Exactly. No. I haven't. This is all coming from Abbas's word and his absolute authentic perspective of it all. We're going to get some food now, but I hope that that's given you some insight and inspired you to do a session like Abbas has done, especially if you're on the edge of whether or not it's worth going for this. The client after Abbas, he was the young guy called Ruben. I asked him when he came in, are you interested in becoming a pilot? And he said, oh, I'm not sure. So I said, all right, my objective today is to convert you into wanting to become a pilot. And then by the end of it, that was exactly how he felt. He did say afterwards. Yeah. I'm not just saying that, right?
No.
He said.
No, he did. I would say for everyone, give it a go. It's a small investment now to see if you like it or not. And if you like it, pull the trigger and go all in.